Out of the 9,000, do you think we're under 12% body fat? One person.
Did Mike Israetel do his frigging proofreading for this video? It certainly wasn't Solomon, because this is a glaring mistake.
A recent data report of over 9,000 American men revealed just how many people are actually below 12% body fat.
I would guess 1 to 2% of people have 12% body fat as men. So probably somewhere between 90 and 180. I'm going with 90. 90 out of 9,000. Do you think I'm close? Put your thinking caps on. 9,000 people. How many people suffer from that rexia? You know, where you don't eat enough? How many people out of 9,000 do triathlons, go to the gym, work out, are bodybuilders, are cutting, are on a mini cut, on a diet, just are naturally lean? Out of 9,000, how many people would have under 12%? Remember, I, on the DEXA scam, was 8.5%, but we knew that I was lean. 8.2% on the calipers. How many people are at 12% and or less?
Out of the 9,000, do you think we're under 12% body fat?
200. Maybe 500.
500?
500. 9,000 people, 400 people.
One person.
I don't know how to get it through to you on how stupid Jeff would have to be in order to actually believe the statistics. It would be like saying, I mean, it's right up there with the stupidity of Mike Israetel's thesis.
I guess technically I submitted the wrong draft to the graduate school.
If he had said 1 out of 9,000 people have negative 3% body fat, I would have said, you know, that is almost more possible than what he just stated. If he had said 1 in 9,000 people have under 5%, I would have thought, well, maybe that's true. Maybe. But at 12 is not that rare. It's estimated, I think, let me even use ChatGPT. I know that ChatGPT isn't always 100% accurate, but like, it's about 1%. One source suggests that in U.S. adult males, those in the top 1% lowest body fat group are around 10.6% body fat. 10.6 is less than 12, and about 1 in 100 people have that. Out of 9,000, 90 people would have about 10.6% body fat and or less. Just think of it. I'm at 8.5% body fat. Do you think that only like 1 in 100,000 men are as lean as Coach Greg? I can't spend any more time on this. If you don't understand how stupid a person would have to be to read a study and think that that's science that states that only 1 in 9,000 people have under 12% body fat, when clearly we've seen other studies show that it's about 1% have under 12%, I don't know what to tell you. The answer is about 90, not 1. He's off by 90-fold. 90x. It's 9,000% off. Oh, if you have under 12%, you're 1 in 9,000. Did Mike Israetel do his frigging proofreading for this video? It certainly wasn't Solomon, because this is a glaring mistake.
9% is very lean. I was even surprised that Ollie clocked in at 9% because his arms look so shredded and vascular. I honestly expected him to be closer to 7 or 8%.
Why don't you just say, you know what, the DEXA scam is not accurate, and so when Ali came up at 9% body fat, I knew that it was off. He's clearly lower than that, which is exactly what's going on. Ali doesn't have 9% body fat. Just because the DEXA scam said it doesn't mean it's to be true. Why don't we show Alex Eubanks in your video and say this is 15% body fat and this is 9%, and see that he almost looks the same.
And for women, most research cites 10% body fat as the leanest level biologically possible.
Yeah, and so those studies are wrong, Jeff. I mean, isn't it fun to just prove the studies to be wrong? Why don't you just say, you know what? It's 2025, I have to come clean. Studies are bullshit. You're just saying, you know, many studies are saying that 10 to 13% is essential fat. They can't get lower than that. We just showed Kim, she competed in a women's wellness competition. She was tested at 6.9%. Is she dead? She looked alive. She's moving. I mean, I've seen her on Instagram. She's still posting videos and so on. And so how is it possible that 10 to 13% is essential, you know, to live, and she's walking at under 7%? I mean, if I ChatGPT'd it, maybe I could find a study to say that I'm right, and then you can find a ChatGPT study to say that you're right. Or we can just realize that if we're literally seeing females DEXA scans at sub 10% body fat, then it can't be possible that that's the lowest body fat that they can get. Do you not think that Mepsigram, 13.7%, if she went on a diet and lost, say, 10 or 15 pounds, would it just magically stop at 10 and she would just lose muscle? Or is it possible to keep losing and getting leaner? And this is Mepsigram. Have you not seen women's bodybuilders at the Olympia stage, strided glutes and so on? Does anyone think that they're above 10%?
AJ is a professional bikini competitor, and her DEXA scan came back 9.9.
A random bikini competitor is at 9.9%, but yet the lowest a woman can get is 10. She competes in bikini. What if she competed in women's bodybuilding? Imagine if this girl took performance-enhancing drugs, Anavar, testosterone, whatever, and she put on 25 pounds of muscle and then went on a diet. Do you not think her body fat would go somewhere lower than 9.9? Maybe 6%, maybe 6-7%. 6-7! Jeff, you're wrong. Take the L.
She is also a national level competitor, and she came back even leaner, 9.1% body fat.
And another competitor, 9.1%. Now remember, she has breast augmentation surgery, which means that the test is, of course, inaccurate. It's probably 10.6%. And this is the only way Jeff is going to get a woman who's attractive as this to sit next to him on a bench. Had he not been a dropout dentista, perhaps the ladies would have sat next to him and opened up their mouth to say, ah, like the Costco hoe.
8% body fat is what I would consider shredded. Your testosterone usually starts to drop off simply because your body is sending every signal to just go find some food.
And so, of course, if you're too lean and your body fat is too low, testosterone's going to go down. You could be taking clomiphene or testosterone. Of course, you get your blood work done at AlgoRx. Remember, code Greg for 10% off. Or if you want to do it the natty way, get G-Test Platinum. Get it on the website, code Greg for 15% off.
I'm running in like slow motion at all times. The littlest of things can annoy me and agitate me so much.
Did he just say that Jeff Nippard could annoy him? He said the littlest of things. Perhaps a 5'4" dropout dentista.
That's because your body is constantly screaming at you to eat more, and so a lot of men will quickly rebound in weight, oftentimes shooting over where they were before they even started.
Why are we getting to a certain body fat percentage if it's not for life? I mean, I understand you're dieting for bodybuilding competition, you diet, you get lean, and then you try to win the show, and then you gain fat after. But why are we dieting to certain levels and then regaining the weight? Like doing mini cuts, bulking and cutting. That is utterly nonsensical, useless, stupid things to do. Bulking and cutting shouldn't happen. Now, if you're a bodybuilder, I get it. You got to get shredded and you got to bulk after. You got it. You can't stay at 4 or 5% body fat. But for everyone else, you get to a healthy body fat percentage and you maintain gain. For men, I suggest 15% body fat. You get there and you slowly put on muscle. You don't have to go to 20 and back down to 10 and up to 20 and you go back and forth. For women, about 25% body fat and you maintain gain from there. Now, if you have amazing genetics, for example, myself and Mepsigram, you can be leaner than 15% body fat and easily gain muscle at that level. Now, my DEXA scam came back at 1.6 pounds more muscle than I had 5 years ago. And so I went from age 45 to 50 and put on 1.6 pounds of muscle. My body fat dropped from 9% to 8.5. And so for 5 years, I've maintained single-digit body fat. And what have I done in the last 5 years? I biked raced. I went from training almost every single day, 6 to 7 days a week, 6, 7, to 2. I added in Turk Platinum. Oh, but this doesn't work. Have you tried it? I guarantee that it works. So much so that if you try it doesn't exceed your expectations, it's a money-back guarantee and a $20 gift card. The reviews are amazing. I could read them all off. It's utterly amazing. And if you haven't tried it, you need to. If you tried other companies who are scamming you and selling you cyanosis instead of Ajuga turkistanica, well, you don't really have an accurate way to represent what I'm taking because it's not the same thing. I have chain of custody, proof, exactly that this is exactly what we state and that other companies, well, they're lying. I can't wait to get sued, but notice, no one sues me because I know that they're lying and I have proof. And if they were to sue me in court, I would be able to prove that they are lying pieces of shit and you all know it. And so if you want to get the gains, remember, I'm 50 and I'm bigger than when I was at 45. And no, I haven't added a bunch of steroids. I'm continuously on 140 milligrams of test a week. Interested, code Greg, 15% off.
After filming this video, Lachlan ran into Ollie, our 9% subject, at the gym and acted completely out of line.
My studio is for posing and for other stuff, not to be on a phone call.
I mean, I even made a video on this. Isn't it crazy that the two guys were in a Jeff Nippard video and they had beef? The beef went viral. The guy was having roid rage.
Like, oh man, maybe I did roid rage. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if roid rage is like a real thing or not. Like, I haven't seen much in the way of like actual science about it.
Jeff, have you ever taken Tren? No, I have. Why don't you ask Mike? All he feels is rage. When he looks at that pond, the memories from it, they're distant memories. He doesn't remember the joy he had from looking at it. Roid rage is a thing. You take the trend, the halo, and so on, and you start acting like a dick. Case in point.
What's the ideal body fat percentage for you? That said, for most women, 20 to 30% is usually the sweet spot.
Oh, 20 to 32% is optimal healthy range now for women. No, it's not. 33% is obese. So optimal is now 1 point below obese. Optimal is 1% below horrible. Optimal is optimal. Optimal is like a great place to be. It's outstanding. Like, is an optimal looking boyfriend somewhere between a 3 and a 10? Optimal is probably 8 to 10. Just because some science paper said 20 to 32 is optimal, it doesn't mean that it's true. That'd be like saying optimal wiener size is 4 to 8 inches. It's not 4.
For men, the ACSM cites 10 to 22% as the healthy range. I think 10 to 20% is the sweet spot though.
How does Jeff get to decide on the women? No, I'm going to leave it there. Is it because Jeff has females in his life that are perhaps at that percent or were at that percent at one point and they would feel bad to know that 32% is where they're at? Why is it okay for Jeff to change studies for one gender but not the other? I think it's 10 to 20%. It's 15%. That is ideal. For some people with great genetics, it's even leaner. It's not 20. 20 is not ideal. It's not optimal. It's aight. It's better than being 25 and obese, but it's not optimal.
I think rather than fixating on a specific body fat percentage, you should focus on how you're moving, how you're training, how you're eating, and how you're feeling. What matters isn't the perfect percentage.
The percentage is utterly useless. I mean, it's fun to talk about, but it's meaningless. And why is it meaningless? Because no one knows what you actually are. Unless you have Coach Greg as your coach with his laser eyes, you don't know what you are. Well, maybe if you have an MRI scan, but how many people have a $1 million MRI to test their body fat percentage? We know that the DEXA scam is just a fun toy. I considered buying one. It would be fun to DEXA scam it, but you know that it's bullshit, right? I went to Toronto to get my DEXA scam done, and I was going to gain 10 pounds of muscle in one day. I was going to prove that it was easy. All I was going to do was hydrate myself up 10 pounds. They said, no, you can only get one DEXA scam per month. Why do you think they would say that? Well, because if I had gone the next day and had lost or gained 10 pounds of muscle in a single day, it would have made the DEXA scam look very sus. Oh, in one day I'm up 10 or down 10 pounds of muscle. That is weird. And so all you need to do to manipulate the scam is to drink a significant amount of water and or carbs and glycogen load. Or you go on a keto diet and you deplete your muscle glycogen. Either or will have you lose a significant amount of muscle and fool the DEXA scan into thinking you lost a significant amount of muscle or that you gained a lot of muscle because it can't distinguish between water and muscle. It doesn't know. And so how do you think that you can just go and get a DEXA scan and that it can accurately say, oh, you gained this much muscle or you lost this much? It doesn't know. It's a guess.
Body fat percentage is just one piece of the puzzle. It doesn't define your worth, and it doesn't tell the whole story of your health.
The percent, it doesn't actually matter. The eyes matter. Are you in fact happy? If you stand on the DEXA scam and it says that you're at 20% body fat and that's perfect for you as a female, and you get on the scale and you hate it and you don't like it, and you're a elite marathon runner or cyclist, and you know that you need to lose 5 pounds for your performance, then you don't need to listen to the DEXA scam. On the other hand, you're Alex Eubank and it says you're at 15% body fat and you want to have single-digit body fat. Are you then going to go on a crash diet and lose 10 plus pounds of fat in order to have single-digit body fat when you already look shredded? Should you diet to an unhealthy level just so that the DEXA scam says you're a specific number? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
And so what do I tell you? Diet until you're at a healthy body weight percentage for you. Don't matter what the percentage is. If it's 10, if it's 15, if it's 20, whatever. Diet till you're healthy and maintain from there. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two boops. And of course, the cookbooks, the supplements. And if you're looking to carry our supplements in your stores, click the link and look, we need more ambassadors and or sponsored athletes. And so also click the link if you want to link up with me. And until next time, I am out.